Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the official YouTube channel of Officers Adda 24/7. My name is Amanjot and I am here with all of you to discuss another session on the Indian economy and Indian financial system. So before starting the session, a very good morning to all of you, and those who have already joined us, do let me know in the comment section is audio and video both are okay or not. So let's just start the session with the information that the PPB Principles and Practices of Banking new batch has been started today, that is 31st of March from 7 to 8 a.m. We had an orientation class in this particular batch, so you can check that particular video on the app, on the YouTube channel. You will find it, and do check the orientation video if you feel like that this is the batch which is going to help you in your preparation of the JAIIB May June exam. Then do join the batch by using the code Y496. You will get the 81% discount, and the details about the batch will be available in the comment section. Now let's just start the session with the information that if you haven't downloaded the Adda 24/7 application yet, then do download the application. And also, if you haven't subscribed the channel Officers Adda 24/7, then do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon, so that all the upcoming sessions notification will be given to you, right? So let us start the session. And also, I have a request from all of you: do not forget to answer question, be active in the session, and share the session with your friends and colleagues who are preparing for the same exam. Okay, so let's just start. So the first question is asking about that which of the following is the definition of open economy. Which of the following is a definition of open economy that you have to answer. First is saying an open economy is a type of economy where the money supply is totally controlled by the government. Second, an open economy is a type of economy where neither exports nor imports take place. Third, an open economy is a type of economy where deficit financing takes place. And the fourth is an open economy is a type of economy where there are exports and imports with other countries are allowed. Now you have to tell which of the following statement is defining the open economy. Okay, and India became open economy in the year 1991. Okay, so the first statement, if I talk about the first statement, is talking about the socialistic economy, because everything is in the hand of government. Hana, government is controlling it. So this is the socialistic economy. This statement is defining socialistic economy. The second statement is saying open economy is a type of economy where neither export nor imports are allowed. No, this is not an open economy. This is a closed economy where exports and imports are not allowed. The third statement is saying that an open economy is a type of economy where deficit financing happens. No, there is no such kind of concept is there. But yes, what is deficit financing? We know Government of India make its budget in which income and expenditure estimation will be taken by Government of India for the upcoming year. So always when the budget will be introduced by government, it will be estimated budget for the upcoming year. So in the budget, government is deciding income and expenditure. Okay, income and expenditure level Government of India is deciding here. So that's a deficit financing, in which government says whenever there is a deficit, whenever the expenditure is more than the revenue, so government say to RBI to introduce, or we can say to implement, or to print the new currency, so that the expenditure of Government of India will be managed by these new currencies. That is the deficit financing. So it can't be the definition. So the right answer will be your D option. And open economy is a type of economy in which what we are doing, Government of India is simply allowing the export import with the other countries. That economy is known as open economy. Okay, now next question, second question. Second question is talking about which of the following is the definition of a budget deficit. Which of the following is a definition of a budget deficit? First, excess of the excess of the total expenditure over the total receipts minus the interest payment and borrowings. Interest payments is what? Simply we have taken a loan. On the loan we have to pay a certain rate of interest. That's the interest payment, and borrowing. Second, excess of total expenditure over the total receipts minus borrowing. Okay, second, we are saying that the total expenditure is more than total receipts minus borrowings that we have taken from the other country or RBI or any other organization. Next, third is saying excess of the revenue expenditure over the revenue deficit, revenue receipts. That's the revenue deficit definition. Fourth one is saying excess of the total expenditure over the total receipts. So what do you think which of the following is correct? What do you think which of the following is correct in context to the budgetary deficit? So you can call it a budget deficit or a budgetary deficit. Which of the following is correct? Okay, so the right answer for this particular question will be, or obviously, fourth option, that is total expenditure is more than the total receipts. That's a budgetary deficit. The budget went to the loss because the excess expenditure was there in comparison to income. So that's a D option. Next. Economic growth is coupled with Which of the following statement? Which of the following term? Hana? So it means what is economic growth? We know rise in the national output. Hana? When the national output is increasing, when the manufacturing of goods are increasing, when the production of goods are increasing, when the GDP is increasing, that is known as your economic growth. So economic growth will be termed as, will be coupled as which of the following term? First is saying deflation. What is deflation? Decrease in the prices. Like when the prices of goods and services are falling, that is known as deflation. Second, when the prices of goods and services are rising, that is inflation. Now, hyperinflation. So inflation has the 4 stages, that is creeping inflation, trotting inflation, galloping inflation, and hyperinflation. These are the 4 stages of inflation. Creeping inflation is a mild inflation, like a little bit inflation is there. 0 to 3% inflation rate will be there. Trotting inflation is a little bit high inflation. 3 to 10% inflation will be there. In the galloping inflation, 10 to 20% inflation will be there. And that galloping stage is a warning stage for all the countries that you have to control the inflation rate in your country if you reach to the galloping inflation. And the 4th one is senseless, meaningless inflation is your hyperinflation, in which the prices are keep rising and more than 20% inflation is there. In the situation of hyperinflation, we lost the money value of our currency. Now, the fourth one is a stagflation. I have explained this stagflation in the yesterday's session also. Stagflation is the situation in which there is high unemployment, high inflation, and slow economic growth. This combination is known as, this economic conditions combination is known as your hyperinflation, sorry, stagflation. Okay, so obviously it is not going to help you to grow economy. Hyperinflation will not help you to grow economy. Stagflation will not help you to grow economy. So the right answer will be inflation. So the economic growth is coupled with the inflation. Okay, so right answer will be B. Next, 4th. The term dumping means, what is the meaning of dumping? What is the meaning of dumping? A, B, C, or D? So if you haven't heard the term dumping, but definitely you have heard about the anti-dumping duty. So whenever the prices of the imported goods, whenever the prices of the imported goods are below the prices of the domestic goods and services, at that situation, Government of India charge an anti-dumping duty from the public on a particular product, I can say, to make the price of the imported goods equivalent to the domestic product price or more than that. So that's what the anti-dumping duty is, and it has been introduced because of the activity of dumping. And what is dumping? When the sale of the goods abroad at a lower price below their cost and price in the home market. Like the goods which you are selling in your home market, the country is selling in their home market at lesser price of that, you are selling the same commodity to the foreign market. That is known as dumping. Like the country is dumping their production to the other country at the lesser prices in comparison to their home currency, their home country. That will be known as dumping. And to stop this dumping, we have introduced the anti-dumping duty. Okay, next. Which of the following is associated with the fiscal policy? Which of the following is associated with the fiscal policy? First, inflation, taxation, money supply, all of the above. Which of the following is associated with the fiscal policy? Inflation, taxation, money supply, all of the above. So the right answer here will be your, obviously, to control inflation, RBI introduced monetary policy. To maintain money supply, RBI introduced the monetary policy. The right answer is taxation. Fiscal policy is formulated by Ministry of Finance. It talks about the income and expenditure of Government of India. So the fiscal policy made by Ministry of Finance, income and expenditure of the government will be discussed in the fiscal policy. And the sources of income for the government is taxation. There are 2 types of tax in our country, direct and indirect tax. Direct taxes are those taxes whose burden cannot be shifted on the third party. If I am earning a certain amount of money, I have to pay taxes to the government. I cannot shift the burden of the tax, the liability of the tax to the other person. But if in case indirect tax we are talking about, indirect tax is the simple tax in which what we can call it, in which the person who is liable to pay the taxes, he is allowed to shift the burden to the another person. So when you are able to shift the burden of the taxes to the another person, that is known as indirect taxes. Okay, so the right answer will be your B option. Next, what does A and BC stands for? What does A and BC stands for? So A and BC is simply, when you heard about the term A and BC, you should remember in your mind that this is the chapter PSL we are talking about, and PSL is very important not only in Indian economy but also in the PPB also, right? So PSL is priority sector lending. Whenever RBI gives the target of the PSL to the commercial banks or any other type of bank, RBI gives a percentage target. That percentage will be of ANBC or CEOB, whichever is higher. That amount of money you have to give in the PSL as a loan. That is your priority sector lending target. So what is the full form of ANBC? Now, how to calculate the ANBC? If we want to calculate the ANBC, how we will be able to do so? How we will be able to do so? Simply ANBC equals to simply loans plus investment. Loan plus investment. Because the term ANBC stands for adjusted net bank credit. You can see the first full form is adjusted net bank credit, and this is the right full form of ANBC. So what is adjusted net bank credit? It is very simple to understand. After maintaining all the reserves, after maintaining all the reserves, bank is maintaining or bank is managing a certain amount of money that can be given as a loan. So after maintaining all the reserves, whatever amount is remained with the bank, that will be known as adjusted net bank credit. Okay, so the right answer is A. And after maintaining all the reserves, whatever amount remained with the bank will provide the loan of that particular amount, or bank will do the investment. But this investment will not cover the SLR security. So here non-SLR securities will be counted. Non-SLR securities will be counted. Okay, so what is non-SLR security? SLR stands for statutory liquidity ratio, in which all the scheduled commercial banks have to maintain a reserve with themselves in form of cash, gold and security. So the SLR securities are the parts of the reserves that the bank have to maintain. That's why you will not calculate the SLR security in the investment of the ANBC. Okay, so I hope it is clear. Now the next question. Which of the following will not contribute to a higher current account deficit? Which of the following will not contribute to the higher current account deficit? So what is current account? Current account is simply a part of your balance of payment. When you talk about the balance of payment, that's a current account transaction we are talking about, right? And the current account will cover all kinds of exports, imports of goods and services, the unilateral transfers, etc. will be covered. Deficit means the money has went outside the country more in comparison to money came to the country. It means the exports are less and imports are more in the country. That's create the deficit. Deficit means simply loss. And when we are going to face loss, when the exports are less and imports are more, right? So now increase in price of crude oil, will it increase the current account deficit? Yes, obviously, because we are importing the crude oil. When the prices of crude oil is increasing, it is going to affect the current account deficit. Okay. Second, rise in exports. If you are exporting, you are earning the foreign currency. When you are earning the foreign currency, how it can make you deficit? So it can't be the right. Third, rise in import of services. Okay, if you are importing the goods, you are paying the money to the foreign country. It means definitely it is going to make the deficit of current account. So right answer will be first and third. It means the D option will be correct. Okay, the right option is your D option. Next. When the RBI wants to inject liquidity into economy, it may adopt the following. Okay, when RBI wants to inject liquidity into the economy, it may do what? It may adopt the following things. Inject liquidity means cash flow. If RBI want to inject liquidity, it means RBI want to increase the money supply in the economy. RBI wants to increase the money supply in the economy. That will be known as inject in the liquidity. So first is saying buy the government security from the bank. Second, enter into reverse repo operation. Third, raise the cash reserve ratio. Fourth, reduce SLR. Now RBI want to increase liquidity. It means RBI want to increase the money supply in the market. How it will be possible? When RBI reduces the policy rate, it will help to increase the money supply, because when the policy rates are less, loans will be cheaper and banks have to maintain a less amount of reserves. So they will be available to provide more loan at the low rate of interest. So that is going to help the banks to increase the money supply. So which of the following will be correct? First, buy the government security from the bank. If RBI purchasing security from the bank, RBI will be paying money to them. So that's correct. First one is correct. Enter into reverse repo operation. Reverse repo rate is the rate at which RBI Accept the surplus deposit from the bank. So it is going to reduce the money supply in the market because you're taking money from the commercial banks. Third, raise cash reserve ratio. If RBI increase the CRR, it means banks have to maintain more reserve with the RBI. They will be remaining with the less amount of money to provide the loan. It can't be right. Reduce SLR, correct. If RBI has reduced the SLR, it means banks have to maintain less reserve with themselves and they will be able to provide more loan. So the first and fourth will be correct. It means the B option is right. Okay, the right option will be your B option. So keep answering which of the following option you think is a correct. So keep answering for that particular question. So first and fourth is only correct. Next question. Which of the following steps that will result in containing inflation? Like which of the following steps contains the inflation or that can become the reason of inflation? Okay, the right answer will be, okay, if we increase CRR, increase in CRR will not result in the inflation. Decrease in SLR will result. Decrease in SLR will result. And if you talk about permitting central state agencies to import duty-free pulses and sugar, in that situation, what happens? The prices will be little less. So they will be not containing the inflation. The right answer will be your only one. A option will be correct. Only the increasing CRR contains inflation. Okay, because the rates are high now. Next. Economic development is categorized by which of the following? If you want to categorize the economic development, which of the following terms will be used to categorize it? A structural change in the economy, change in employment opportunities, change in poverty, all of the above. Which of the following will be correct? Economic development we are talking about here. So, economic development is simply represented as economic growth plus economic welfare. That's the economic development, right? So, if we talk about economic development, you are making the life of human beings better, like well-being. You are doing a well-being for the people. And it will help by changing the structure. It will help by employment opportunities. You are changing in the employment opportunities. You are changing in the poverty. So, all are the above. All of the above will be the right option to, it represents the economic development in the country. Okay, so the right answer will be your D. Now, so let me know out of these 10 questions, how many questions you have answered correct. Till then, I will let you know the PPB selection batch started today only under the JAIIB selection batch. That has been started from 14th and thus right now 81% discount is there if you use the code Y496. Similarly, double validity plus your 81% discount is available on the JAIIB ka Mahapack, okay, by using the same code. Apart from that, all the test series and ebooks are having a 23% discount. If you use the code Y496S, that will be available. And these are the ebooks and test series for the JAIIB. And the double validity plus 81% discount is available for all the JAIIB and CIB products that is available in the application. Okay, so Mahapack will be covering all the selection batches, target batches, ebook, case study, everything will be available in the selection batch, in the Mahapack also. So the upcoming batches, revision batch or case study batch will be also there. That's the difference between the individual batches and the Mahapack. How to enroll? To enroll, just download the application. If you haven't downloaded, then do go to the description. You will find the link there, and then enter on the JAIIB CIB section. If you want to go with the batch, click on the JAIIB 2023. And if you want to go with the Mahapack, click on the JAIIB CIB Mahapack. So you will find here all the batches, all test series, all ebooks and video courses are available. So this is the batch started from 31st of March. It means today. That's the English medium batch. 31st March PBB started. And if you want to go with the whole selection batch, this is the selection batch. Click here. Do read the details. You can check the study plan here available. The dates are available of the particular subject and the timing and the study plan is available. Okay. Now how to enroll? Just click on the buy now option. Enter a code here. That will be your Y496. Click on the apply. When you apply, you will find 80% discount here, but for 1% additional discount, you will find here the coins on the application and around 3,700 something you have to pay here. Okay, apart from that, the much better option, you have a Mahapacks. Mahapacks will be covering everything which is required to qualify the JAIIB as well as CIB. If you go with the JAIIB ka Mahapack, 1 year validity will be there. If you go with the JAIIB CIB ka Mahapack, 2 years validity will be there. So enroll anywhere whenever you want to enroll. Hana, just read all the details, click on the same buy now option, enter a code here, Y496. Do remember this code, enter apply here. You will find the same discount. That will be 80%. For 1%, you can go and use the coins on the application. Around 6,200 something you have to pay here, and the 1 year validity for the JAIIB will be available. If you go with the JAIIB CIB Mahapack, you will find there 2 years validity. So after enrolling the JAIIB CIB Mahapack, you don't have to go with the any other investment till you qualify the CIB. So that will be available for all of you, and this offer will be valid till today because this is the end of the day. So do not forget to enroll before 12 PM if you are thinking about getting a batch. Okay, so let's end the session here, and those who are watching us recorded, do let me know in the comment section that how much score you got out of the 10, and do share the session with your friends and colleagues who are preparing for the same exam. Last but not the least, if you are new to the channel of Officers Adda 24/7, then do subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that all the upcoming sessions notification will be given to you. Okay, so thank you all for joining the session and have a good day. Take care.